Hey guys, this is Team B Down OTK. Here's my friend Sean again to show you guys his final countdown deck list.
Okay, so first we start with the monster, 3 Carcardees, your draw engine, Swift Scarecrow. Yeah, this is sort of similar to the YCS build, but the thing is, I included Battle Fader. Battle Fader is not that useful at times because it can get Solemn Warning, but yeah, it's still a really good card for stalling for your 20 turns. You have your Sangan. Basically, you can set this, your opponent attacks, say, hold on a second, I can search out my Swift, stop, yeah. Gorse is a good card because, yeah, your opponent won't expect Gorse when you drop Gorse on them when they attack. So, yeah. Finally, for spells, we have 3 Final Countdown. Well, self-explanatory, right? Without this wouldn't be a Final Countdown deck. You have 3 Upstart Goblin. Doesn't matter if your opponent gains life points. You know what? For the fact that you want them to gain life points, it will be explained later why. You have 3 One Day of Peace. Both draw cards, stall, good card. 3 Dualities. Key card. You don't need a special summon at all in this deck, unlike the Hieratics, so Duality is actually really useful, especially if you run out of resources and you top deck this, it can stall you for another turn or two. Only 2 Ghost Arc, no 3, because sometimes Ghost Arc is a dead draw. Like if you top Ghost Arc, you can't stall again. And Ghost Arc is usually used is that when you don't have Final Countdown in your first opening hand, you can search out Final Countdown, and yeah. Heavy Storm and Dark Hole. Dark Hole is that if they have too much monsters, clog the field, you can Dark Hole them. And then, if you don't have any other resources like Threatening Roar or like Battle Fader, you can actually stall, keep letting them attack you. For traps, we have 3 Threatening Roars, 3 Thunder Ruler, and 3 Hope for Escape. This is a really key card because if you play against Wind Up and they loop your hand, you can actually gain back your hand advantage by using this. You pay 1,000, and for every 2,000 difference life points between you and your opponent, you draw a card. So yeah, it's a really good card. And as seen in the YCS build, this is a really key card. You have 3 Wabakus, and you have 3 Frozen Soul. And so yeah, that's basically it. And for side deck, you have 2 Lava Golems, Metallion. It's a really good tech. Messenger of Peace, Morphin Char. This is a good side because in case you run out of resources, but in a main deck, this is actually kind of slow because if you set this down, your opponent, even if they attack, if for example your opponent has Doka, they can actually negate this, or if you flip it, like your opponent can affect Villarez. So yeah, it's not that good, but in situation, this can be a really game-winning card. You have 3 MSTs, your TT, and 2 Decrees. The reason for Decree is that this is good against Chainburn because the worst matchup Final Countdown can go against is Chainburn because they can burn you before 20 turns is over with all their traps and then accumulated fortunes. But if you have Decree on the field, because chances are for burn decks they won't have monster to keep attacking you, so that's why when you have they rely on traps more, so that's why you use Royal Decree and you kind of stop them. And for Final Countdown, after you activated the Final Countdown, you don't really need to activate any traps in comparison to Chainburn. So yeah. And Marshmallow and Magical Mallet. This is actually not a good side, but it's still a decent side if you don't have Final Countdown in your first hand, so yeah. And yeah, that's basically it.
Alright, peace YouTube.